Hello and welcome back to God Lives Within, Saturday, July 20th, 2024. As the wisdom is gained from this experience that I'm currently in of this transition period here at my family's house, my aunt's house. Inspiration is coming and alchemy is coming through this, what normal eyes would perceive as a traumatic experience. As you can see, my frequency is exactly as it was, or actually it's a little better than it was just yesterday, or the videos from yesterday. Might have been 2 days ago. Actually, the videos that came out today, I believe. So on Saturday, July 20th, those videos. You'll see a frequency that is in desperation, in despair. From a dark night of the soul for the previous day or so, 24-hour period. How do I know it was a dark night of the soul? Because it's not the first dark night of the soul. And it won't be the last until the twin flame union is brought into existence in the physical plane. Till my root chakra is fully healed and the wounds that lie therein, the etheric and the subtle body, the energetic body, are healed, the frequency will continue to be subject to demonic attacks. Now, I've gone through that dark night of the soul and this demonic attack. You could perceive it, or you could also see it as an unearthing, a soul cleansing of past traumas from past lives that you don't even know anything about are coming out. And so with the pineal gland, the third eye open, the symbol that is right here in your face, you see life through an array of views to help benefit your evolutionary growth, to help flower the divinity within and foster the love, the unconditional frequency flowing through your entire physical being, generating enough power to light up a pyramid. A power that can no longer be robbed or stolen from you. Which brings me to the message for this video. A message from the book, The Celestine Prophecy, which I've book reviewed and will have videos on going forward, just due to the core principles involved in ascension and the basic understanding of how humans are stealing energy from one another and how to correct this flawed fallen angel matrix programming, therefore breaking generational curses for your children and grandchildren, creating a new heavenly frequency called heaven on earth, that as you look into your society, civilization, you can't even believe is possible. An unconditional love that doesn't judge others, that looks to serve mankind, that has its own source of energy flowing from its connection with the universe, that can't be manipulated, changed, stolen, diverted, blocked. The demonic powers that were can no longer penetrate your auric field. And so that's the reason for this video, the reason for doing the work of going within, to be unwavering in your faith and your service to God. So I was reminded of this, just nothing to do with my aunt, but she pulled up with a friend. I don't know what they did because I walked off in meditation, but just reminds me of her after now being disconnected from my energy. She has got to find her energy somewhere else, and she is seeking it outside of herself. Therefore, she goes to get a friend to find this energy. Nothing wrong with this at all. Not judging at all. I love you, Auntie. You know who you are, who I'm talking about. I've forgiven you. It does not matter. It will all be for God's purpose. In the end. The end is really the beginning. Do not fear. For God is always near. Always with you. Always inside of you. You're looking outside of yourself to find God, but God has always been right there with you. Your higher self has always been guiding you. Have you chosen to surrender to its wisdom? Or were you stubborn like me and it took decades of experience to embody this truth? Some in the future, some will never experience these pains that we're going through right now, this suffering, this spiritual warfare. These children will be crystalline children, gifted beings that human beings like me and you can't see as possible as of yet. But these children will never be programmed by this matrix, because the matrix will no longer exist. All its systems will be broken down and destroyed, for they are evil, corrupted, and infiltrated. All systems will be rebuilt by God's people, for God's people, to God's people, ownership into eternity for God's people. The meek shall inherit the earth. They have suffered long enough, since the days of Cain and Abel. Cain ate Abel, cannibal. There was a left brain Canaanite way, and there's a right brain Abel way. I don't know what that lineage would be called, so I'll probably do it an injustice calling it an Abelite or whatever you want to say. Point being, there was always a left brain path and a right brain path from the story, from the book that you love to believe in, but you can't see the truth in, hidden in plain sight. Taking this analogy, this metaphor, this Bible story, this prophetic word, it's everything all in one. It's the universe inside of the lie that has been edited and misquoted and misrepresented for centuries now, that is the Bible, lies the ultimate truth that the enemy can't even see, can't understand, because they don't have the wisdom of the right brain path of Abel. See, Abel was a man of faith and a man of God, a path the Canaanites hate. These Canaanites have been all around the earth. They're travelers. They're the pirates of the sea, of the current sea. They're the owners and the manipulators of your almighty dollar. They're the bank that is federal and is a reserve, yet it is neither a federal entity or a reserve for currency, for it holds paper that is printed out of thin air and is therefore worthless in the end, for it has been devalued and manipulated for centuries, since its inception, from the days of the Illuminati and Adam Weishaupt to now the Phoenicians. Your unroyal bloodlines, your satanic bloodlines, your Luciferian trust bloodlines, combining all their wealth from owning the world into one Luciferian ideology, one satanic Aleister Crowley principle, which can be summed up as do as thou wilt. While there is truth lying in these words, in this spell, there's also a deception that was born of the devil, of Satan himself. That man is separate from God. That man can be a Canaanite if he wished to be, can eat other human beings if that is what thou wilt. These Canaanites run the world from the shadows. You do not know their names. Their names are not on your Forbes list of most richest people, because they own the most richest people for the most part, through their matrix systems, through their corporations, through their religious doctrine from that Vatican and its telescope that they chose to name Lucifer for some odd reason. You see, these pirates of the sea have been kicked out of everywhere across the globe. If it is a globe, does not matter to me. Is it flat? Is it round? Is it a globe? Is it a sphere? Does it have a magnetic force field of sorts? I don't know the correct word. Just energy blocking off anything from coming in or going out. A magnetic resonance that would be unpenetrable. Is it any of those things? Is it all of those things? Does it have an ice wall? Was Copernicus right? The globetard? Is it flat like the people from the days of old said it was? Does it really even matter? Are these all worldly associations and cords that we create that tie us to the matrix, to belief, to a beast system that is Babylon in your great work, in your great book, playing out right in front of your very eyes. Are you aware of the spiritual war around you? For it is obvious at this point. The president almost got assassinated for the world to see live stream. A plan allegedly composed all the way from the top. At least that's what the evidence is looking like. Soros, BlackRock, Vanguard. See, these are just corporations that these fallen angels, demons hide behind. For they are the shadow, the left brain, ego, mind. They are the affliction, the disease, the dis-ease that has fallen over this world. They are the angels casted into the fiery pit in the days of Revelation. Alright. Maybe ending this video if this lawnmower comes this way. If not, we will keep on rolling. Almost 20 minutes though. So this video will be ending shortly. For it has no beginning and it has no end, truthfully. My aunt left the house, therefore I have freedom of creativity and expression of self to get on here and document this experience that is life for the world to see and learn from and to believe in, since that's what most people are stuck in. What you're seeing is a channeling from here forth from my higher self. No real beginning, no real end, no real title until the title is given to me at the end of the video. So what does this mean, a channel from your higher self? Oh, this means you're channeling from the spirit realm, from your spirit, true oversoul, spirit. This means you're not stuck in the matrix left brain identity, intellect, analyzation, logical, emotional, reactional mind. You're connected to your higher self in your right brain, mind. So, anyway, I'm running out of energy. I was laying down for a nap a little while ago, and just to build back my energy, just to do what God's been telling me to do, getting some rest, trying to be obedient, but I haven't had good rest in a year and a half now, if I'm being truthful. You know, when you're so rested, you go to bed when the sun goes down and you wake up before it comes up to see it come up. That rested, content, at peace, serene, root chakra, balance, spinning like it's supposed to be spinning, doing its dance like God created it to do, not afflicted by the frequencies of your nightly news, your matrix, worldly distractions. You see, truthfully, when I get separated from my current dilemma, these channelings are not going to stop. These meditations are going to be going on all day long, especially until the great grand reveal happens. What Revelations is all leading to. What these bad guys thought was impossible. That there was no God more powerful than them, that they could be God and create a place in Switzerland called CERN with a Hadron Collider to create their own world the way they wanted it, to bring in their demonic beings, to perhaps blow a hole in space-time and blow a hole in effect of the whole planet as is, if they can't get their way. That's the level of malignance, of decrepity, depravity, unhealed souls we're dealing with. Fallen angels for a reason. They love war. They love hate. They love division. They love seeing you call your fellow man a racist. Gives them energy. They promote this agenda and you follow it. These are the matrix programs that I speak of. So you then go out and join a gang and choose to fire upon your brother in Christ. Your brother in all it is. Your brother that could be helping you. In every way possible. I mean, there is no end to the help we offer each other. Energetically, physically, spiritually, emotionally. When in the right frequency, we're healing machines. I am a healing machine. Sent here to heal you, to heal me, to raise the frequency. Of the matrix into the new earth. From the 3D to the 5D. This is all it means. The unconditional frequency. The unconditional frequency that is love. Unconditionally, unjudgingly, unassumingly, patiently, passionately, thoroughly, constantly. Embodying their divinity. That is it for this video. There will be more today, I'm sure. I'm just going to stack them up for the next 3 months to help unprogram you from the lies. By the time you start seeing them, you'll be able to go from one to the other until you look up what I'm saying, you do the work within, you find your true self, your sovereignty, your I am that God is talking about. The divinity within. The enemy is keeping you from. Knowingly and unknowingly through the matrix programs. Some of them are wicked deceivers. Some of them are unknowingly serving Satan or the satanic agenda, if Satan really exists or is just a spirit, an embodiment of energy from this earth plane that God has to come to defeat. Shoot. That's it for this video. The lawnmower is headed this way. I love you. God loves you more. Take care.